Hi, I'm Lynne Cazaly, and this is Workish, where we have a look at what's happening in the workplace and some of the themes and trends that are capturing people's attention. Wondering if your workplace has a nice culture. There's niceties. In fact, it could be more toxic than you think. This topic cropped up in a few different places recently, and this is a workplace culture where it's characterized by excessive niceness. So, emphasizing kindness and empathy without encouraging some clear communication or confrontation is the stuff that can cause problems. If your workplace is too nice, that is, it lacks psychological safety. That is, it's not safe to have open discussions about strengths and weaknesses. Then you could be heading towards that toxic area. It means that you're also heading towards things like mediocrity, lack of accountability, and also passive aggressiveness. So some of the tips they suggest here is individuals can start seeking honest, constructive feedback on some of the smaller, non-threatening things, and then gradually progress to more critical topics. This article in TechCrunch reports on how Google Calendar is now letting users specify the location that they're working from throughout the day. It's giving users the option to specify their location and for different portions of the day. So instead of messaging and saying, "Where are you? When will you be back?" or clogging up Slack or chat channels, now it's documented or able to be selected within the Google Calendar. And certainly going to come in handy for people that are working from multiple locations, multiple offices, different sites, or whether you're on site, off site, at home, in the office, or at a regional office. And that can give greater transparency, helps, co-workers understand where you're working from and the best times to get in touch with you. This topic on headphone dependency caused quite the buzz when it was released, and I published a post or article on it. Now, a lot of people believe that they use headphones to help them concentrate, but apparently the research debunks this. The suggestion is the headphones are your comfort blanket. I don't know, I'll take them, but it allows us to insulate ourselves from social interactions and the noise of the office. But there's also some losses that we can occur by being dependent on our headphones, and that can be an impact on productivity. It can also mean we're not hearing or picking up some vital communication we might need, or we could be missing out on some of those opportunities for meaningful conversations. Something to think about. And Harvard Business Review this month, a culture of quiet retaliation. The article talks about these subtle forms of retaliation that often go unnoticed or they're dismissed. And these are things that can have a really severe impact on people's careers, on their self-worth, and on how a team performs. A lot of the behaviours centre on withholding, that is, withholding coaching or feedback or withholding professional development. It's also about withholding resources for a project or a particular team or division, but can also be something like intentionally giving someone a challenging assignment but little support. Some people call this, being set up to fail. Other times it could be discouraging people from listening to or valuing a team member's voice or their expertise or contributions. I know I've certainly seen this over the years in the workplace, and it still exists. There are some suggestions here about what we need to do, that we can work in ways that help us lead a greater, more successful team that's more effective, that's more psychologically safe. And I think this word retaliation, it's kind of that passive aggressive, dialed up in ways that are really inhibiting and can be hurtful. And what are summer office hours? And a question, should you be offering them to employees? Well, flexibility and productivity are big topics. Allowing what are called summer hours helps employees plan their work around vacations and holidays, meaning during the summer months when we might want to get out and about or travel somewhere or stay somewhere longer, there's some flexibility there. Some of the research around this has shown that there's a great morale boost. Employees can feel greater satisfaction, gives them something to look forward to. For some places, some employers, they're looking at giving Friday afternoons off or Monday mornings off. But satisfaction and retention were two of the big things that came through as a great message. Work-life balance and increasing employee satisfaction. And I'm heading to New Zealand in August for a week of public workshops and some client work. If you're there, I'd love to see you in Wellington from August 14th to the 20th. I'm Lynne Cazaly. See you next time on Workish.